So today we'll talk about Arjun Vishad Yoga. The first chapter of Bhagavad Gita is about situation which everyone goes through in life, where we go through an emotional breakdown, where in the middle of the war started with Dhritarashtra asking Sanjay, Dharmkshetra Kurukshetra Samveta Yutsava Mamaka Pandavascheva Kim Kurata Sanjaya. That first line is indicative why Mahabharata happened. Is Dhritarashtra was so focused on having the kingdom for his son Duryodhan, Mamakaha, so it is mine. So that tendency to keep everything to ourselves, the factor of me, that is actually a big cause for a lot of troubles. And if you look at all the key characters in the first chapter, it sort of signifies different entities. Arjuna is action, Duryodhana is action which has to fight evil. Dhritarashtra is the element of passion, the Rajasic, the greed part of it. Sanjay is a witness. You'll always find whenever things happen, there are witnesses who will be able to relate what actually happened. So it starts with Dhritarashtra asking, and then Sanjay explains that Duryodhan goes to his teacher Dronacharya and explains him how the militaries have been aligned, how the greatest and strongest warriors on his side were ready, and then everyone blows their conches, which is indicative of start of action. Panchajanyam Rishikeshu Devdattam Dhananjaya Pondram Dadmo Mahashankam Bhima Karma Vrkodara. So Lord Krishna also blows his conch called Panchajanya. And that in a way signifies that action has started. And in a way, once you commit to actions, a rightful action, then what happens when Arjun requests Lord Krishna to place the chariot between the two armies. Yavadetani Rakshayam Yurdu Kaman Avarsthitam Kair Maya Sayodavya Asmin Ranu Samudme. So please place this chariot in the middle of the two armies so that I can look at the warriors who have assembled to fight against us. And then when he notices his teachers, grandparents, friends, relatives, he gets carried away by compassion. Drashtayam sajanam krishnam yutsam samupastantitam sidanti mamakatrani mukham cha parishushte veputuscha sharire me romaharshashcha jayate gandivam sansata hastak chai paridayate. I'm not able to stand looking at the sight of my kins and my friends, my relatives ready to fight against me. I do not want to fight this war. Arjun was a very, very intelligent warrior. And then as an intelligent person, he tries to put across a theory to withdraw from the war. Yadyapetina pashanti logo pahatate kulakshay kratam dosham mitra doveja patram katham na me gayam asmabi pasmad papa dasmani vartum kulakshay kratam dosham tapashprijjanam kulakshay pranashanti kuladharma sanatana dharme nashte kulam krishnam adharmo bhivat krishna. So he says that these people, they do not see the downfall of the dynasty and being intelligent person, why we should not worry about downfall of dynasty. And if downfall happens, then the ladies get corrupted and the adharma, the sins take over, and doshe rete kulagnanam varna sankar प्रकार के उत्सन्न कुल धर्माणाम मनुष्याणाम जनार्दन. So after doing all this, नरके नियतं वासु भवति तनु सुषमा, we have to live in hell for all our wrong deeds. And with that, he says, Ahobat mahat papam kartum vyosita vayam rajya sukh lobena hantum swajanam udyata. It is very sad that for the desire of kingdom and pleasures, we have set ourselves on a path which is involving killing of our own friends and relatives. Yadi mama apratikaram ashastram shastrapana dhartarashtrarane hannu tanme shemataram bhavet. So he concludes saying that even if I am unarmed, I am unresisting, and if Dhritarashtra, the sons of Dhritarashtra, if they kill me, then that would be a better way to end the life than killing our relatives. And with that, he surrenders himself and sits down in the chariot. So that's sort of chapter 1, which in a way indicates how superior people like Arjuna thinks that he holds himself responsible for what is wrong. Superior person gives credit to others for what is right. And that's one learning from this. Another is that there is another way to look at it, is that conflict should have been avoided by Duryodhana. So it's like a famous master of the war once said that I better retire a foot than advancing an inch. I better be a host, better be a guest than a host. So host is one who initiates the war, guest is one who gets invited for the war. So this is how Duryodhana should have thought not to encroach on property of his brothers. And so that is another lesson. And third important lesson is that once an action is started, one cannot be emotionally getting carried away. And then in emotion, look at some other philosophies. Scriptures will always give you contradictory philosophies to do what is suitable. And that's what Arjuna tries to do. He tries to pick up a philosophy which is like how killing will result in sins and how sins will lead us to hell. But when it comes to duty, that's where whole Bhagavad Gita revolves around in all the 18 chapters, is that how we control our emotions, how we stay on the path of going through this pair of opposites and then keep doing our duties in a very selfless manner.